Hello, hello. Hey, babe.
Hi.
Welcome to another episode of Melanated. Thought we'd be talking about things that affect the black community. I am Reggie O.
And I am Mimi the lady.
And what a lovely lady she is.
Bomb chicka wow wow.
Man. Well, I don't know where to start with this one, babe. What do you think? Should I just jump into it and say what it was? Because everybody's been talking about it.
Yeah.
For those of you who have been living under a rock for the past week, you know that there was a big melee in Montgomery, Alabama. And in my personal opinion, Montgomery is like a hotbed for racism. And that's putting it lightly. So, this right here, this thing that went down was a complete and utter beatdown, for lack of a better term. And it was well deserved. Wouldn't you say, babe?
I was born by the river in a little tent. Oh, let me stop for copyright. Let me stop. We gotta go have to pay for that. Yeah. I sat in utter shock with my mouth open for about a good 10-15 minutes.
Right.
And then afterwards, I got this sense of
Pride,
like my son just scored his first touchdown or something. And then I started shaking my head in agreement like, yes.
Yeah.
When I saw the chair, I said, yes, do it again. Get that one over there. Yes, there you go.
The chair warrior.
And then it just got like, I can't believe this. I cannot believe this.
You
so,
know
yeah,
what?
It was, yeah.
I'm just going to be honest with you, man. When I first saw it, I was like, whoa. Okay. Because I'll get deeper into it, but I will say this. Last week, my wife and I did a show called The State of Black America. And my wife asked the question, will we ever be able to come on one accord? There's your answer.
Yep. Isn't that how ironic that just all fall? Like, it just felt like we just did a show, I'm questioning, and then boom. Here we are, tag team, back again. Yeah.
But, yeah, so we'll get deeper into the situation, y'all, because we're going to discuss the impact it has on us as foundational black Americans and abroad. At any rate, as usual, how was your week, dear?
Let's see, this past week. Pretty good. Finish up month in. Decently and in order.
Okay.
Family's good. Thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus. It was pretty good week. Pretty good week. How was yours?
Just work. I mean, I was supposed to have been off last week, but as usual, we went in anyway because we had to do preventive maintenance on a lot of the machines there. But other than that, it was pretty good. You know, it's like I tell people all the time, and I say this a lot at work, and my coworkers used to call them up. They would back me up on this. I always say that, you know, I actually look forward to coming home because my wife is there.
Aww.
Because, you know, like I said, people get lucky enough, and we'll do a show on this as well. Some people get lucky enough to marry that one person that gets on their entire nerve, but you love him regardless.
Entire nerves, like just like not a piece or a quarter or the whole nerve, huh?
I'm joking, of course. No, really, I'm joking, of course.
See, America, that's what I go through. This is what I deal with.
Whatever. Anyway, only thing she does is gets her butt grabbed.
He grab on me. He say I get on his nerve. What next?
Anyway.
What next, America?
Anyway, y'all know I love this woman. So, I ain't gonna even hide that. I'll be the first to tell anybody that. But anyway.
Tell it to the Himalayas.
Whatever.
What's today's date?
Anyway.
Okay. And I ditto that sentiment.
Yeah. I know I get on my wife's nerves. I'll be the first to tell anybody that. I know I do. So, you know. So. But I love her. I wouldn't trade her for the world. Anyway, let's get this music cracking. Okay, so now we got the subject out lined up. Hold on. The music don't sound right. Oh, there we go. That's better. Don't want it too loud. There we go. Okay, anyway. So, we're going to talk about the Montgomery Molly-Wop, Alabama beatdown, Alabama Ass-Whupin, whatever you want to call it this week.
You gonna learn today.
Oh, for sure. If fuck around and find out was ever an event, that was it. And I asked my wife earlier, before the show started, if there was ever a holiday that was called Fuck Around and Find Out Day, how would she celebrate it? What did you say, baby?
I give me a big bag of what's my favorite chip? Cheetos with a nice glass of sweet tea, because y'all know I love sweet tea. And I sit back in my favorite chair and I'll just be looking from side to side like I'm looking at a tennis match, saying okay, ooh, yeah, I'll be the biggest spectator. Cause for so long we had just been so, everything we did would be so negative and so gruesome and horrific. And this is one time I can clearly say that I looked at the news and I was like, in the words of J.J. Evans, what I don't mind. But you know, some people have issues with that and some people don't. But we'll talk about it later.
Oh yeah. We already know who got issues with it, but you know,
it's some of us too.
I know the coons and the tethers. I already know. You ain't gotta tell me. But anyway, so as usual, let's get to these books that we have to read, man. Let's put Brother Malcolm up. Books every black person should read at least once in their lifetime. Some of these books that I have are first timers. Some of them are OGs to the game. One of them is one of my favorite books by one of my favorite people, H. Rap Brown, called Die Nigga Die. You know, it's pretty much an autobiography and how he came to be who he is, all that good stuff. And he was definitely not a turn the other cheek type of person, because he was a big follower of Malcolm. And Malcolm was not turn the other cheek. Malcolm was like, as long as you don't put your hands on me, we good. But obviously the white folks in Montgomery, Alabama didn't learn that lesson, huh, baby? So anyway, they felt around and found out, but we'll get deep into that. Okay, next book is Blood in My Eye by George Jackson. Same premise, except he wasn't really a revolutionary. He was part of the Black Guerrilla family. For those of you who don't know who that is, that's kind of like a revolutionary group that was all about kicking your ass if you get in their face. But check that book out. Bobby Seale from the famous Black Panthers wrote a book called Seize the Time. He talked about the Black Panther Party and his partner in crime, for lack of a better term, Huey P. Newton. And speaking of Huey P. Newton also has a book out called Revolutionary Suicide. Check that book out. It talks about his life. And last but not least, the Minister of Education, Mr. Eldridge Cleaver, had a book out called Soul on Ice. Probably the most popular of all the Black Panther books, because I think, if I made no mistake, it won like a Pulitzer Prize or something like that. So, you know, but he wrote that when he was behind bars. And that's all I got, babe. What you got for the bold word?
Well, more or less, this bold word is dedicated to Spelman College.
Oh, let me put it up. Oh, Spelman. Yes. Spelman. Yeah. You know what? I'm just going to be honest with y'all. You know, my wife looks like she could have went to Spelman.
It was one of my choices. I'm not going to lie. It was one of my choices. But like I said, I graduated early, so I went to school at, I think, 16. And I'm like, my mom was like, no, that's too far. You're too young, blah, blah, blah. But that was one of my choices.
Okay.
Yeah. Spelman was one of my choices.
I think it would have been a good choice for you. I'm just being honest with you.
Yeah. But if you don't know, Spelman College is a private, historically black women's liberal arts college in Atlanta, Georgia. It is dedicated to the intellectual, creative, ethical, and leadership development of women. The reason why I chose Spelman College, because today's Black History fact is this is the first African American nursing school that was open at Spelman College this day in history.
Wow, that's a cool fact. I didn't know that.
Yes, sir, and I didn't know that either. I'm thinking, wow, that is unbelievable. So shout out to Spelman for being the first African American nursing school to open in Atlanta, Georgia at Spelman College on this day, August 13th.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's so profound. I mean, I know we've been saying this for the last couple of shows. We gotta teach our own. Because like I said, I didn't even know this. Of course, I did my research with Spelman. Yes, I knew that it was a historically college for black women, but I guess since I wasn't going in that avenue of academia, I was going more like for business administration. Maybe I just didn't look into it to know that the first nursing school was started there. That's amazing. But it kind of answered the question too when you go to your recruiters in high school. Yeah. And you told them what you thought you wanted to be. They're like, no, why don't you try going to nursing? It kind of put a spin on it that way, you know?
Yeah.
Because that's everyone. A lot of friends I knew, they said like when they went to their recruiters and when they come to the school, they said, why don't you try for the nursing program? Or, I mean, I did try for I wanted to be a part of the nursing program because they used to go to, I know this is a stupid reason, but they used to go to school, used to leave school early and go do like their little internships at the local hospitals, you know? But then I started thinking, no, that's not for me. But yeah, we should have just start teaching our own. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to put the year. The college was opened in 1881.
Wow.
1881.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Spelman is one of those prestigious colleges as well.
Absolutely. That's why I wanted to go to it, you know, because of course I was going to go, and of course, you know, I was going to pledge Delta. But yeah, but then my mom was just like, no, you too young. My grandmother even, you know, she even said, she like, no, baby, you too young. And then I was still kind of a little, I guess, I'm not gonna lie, we was semi-sheltered. We weren't all the way sheltered, but we were semi-sheltered. And I hadn't been around a lot of different people like that. We were mostly raised with our family. I mean, we had friends outside of family, but not too many, you know. And then because I really did blossom. I did go to school, but it was just like 35 miles away. But just to see me hundreds of miles away in Atlanta, I think I would have progressed. I think, you know, I would want to think I did, because that's when I really blossomed, when I became a freshman in college. But I was still young and didn't really know. Even though I was, you know, people told me I always been mature for my age and things like that. But yeah, that was one of the ones, because at that time, Spelman was worse. Yeah, plus at that time, that's when I think, was that when the Cosby Show first came out? I think it was.
It was around about that time.
Yeah, and that was like one of the big things to go to a HBCU. From Cliff and Claire, and then their parents all they had an episode where they showed them all going back to the alma mater. I was like, oh yeah. So yeah, I think I would have been okay, but I don't regret not going. I think I did pretty good in the choices that I did make.
I think you did too.
And where I am now. So, but yeah, you're right. That was one of my tops.
I believe it because you look like a Spelman person, and you're definitely like a Delta.
I know, right? But I wanted a car.
Yeah, I know.
I decided to get a car.
But you know, to piggyback off what you just said, man, I was like you. I didn't blossom until I got into my freshman year of college either. That's when I started coming out of my shell a little bit, meeting new people and all that good stuff. And plus, once I got hooked up with the brothers on the campus and became a Romeo, they was like, you know, that was it for me right there.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I feel that. That was definitely cool for me to do that and experience that. But the only thing I really regret was the fact that I didn't go to an HBCU. That's what I hated. So, you know. Oh well. I turned out alright, I think. So.
Did pretty good.
So, there you go. Anyway, hold on. Let's get to the MPT news. Hold on. Damn, where the music go? Y'all tripping.
And now, it's time for the latest and the greatest MPP news.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Conrad. And now, in the latest news of our beautiful, beautiful country, I'm going to start with an old story that we did a couple of podcasts ago about the Burger King employee who had worked 27 years and had never taken off, always showed up, and the only thing they gave him was like a bag full of gum and pencils and pens and notepads and Burger King coupons.
I would have been so pissed.
But I'm proud to say now, as of August 12th, there has been a donation raised to the sum of $400,000. And he proclaimed that is truly a dream for him. I just pray that he gets all of it, because to be on a job for 27 years, never late, showed up every day, that's an accomplishment.
That says a lot.
Because like I was just talking to my friend the other day, like I was headed toward retirement. I thought I was going to head toward early retirement. But because you don't see a lot of people return off of jobs these days.
No, you don't.
You really don't.
Especially with this economy.
Exactly. So for him to be on a job for 27 years and someone along the line found the oomph to start a fund for him to show that is true dedication, I applaud wholeheartedly.
Oh, yeah. Let me clap him up some more, man, because, that was an amazing feat. I mean, because, you get, again, like you said, man, for somebody to even retire from that job, and that right there is an accomplishment all its own, because most people don't even stay in fast food jobs that long.
It was so funny, like when it first happened, he was holding up pictures of the stuff they gave him. They gave him packs of Lifesavers. It looked like they just walked into a 7-Eleven and just got everything that was sitting up there by the cash register, and just put it in a gift bag.
Right. That's pretty much what they did. That's pretty much what they did right there.
Well, some of these jobs will show you. Like I said, Pete, all the time, you want to be hard. You want to show your dedication to your job. You want to be thankful. You want to be the best co-worker you can be. But let something happen to you, you are replaced in 3.5 seconds.
Oh, quicker than that.
They're not going to retire your job title. They're not going to retire your chair. It's going to be fulfilled and filled with some other cold-blooded person.
Oh, no doubt about it. They are going to fill your spot within a matter of seconds. It don't matter.
So shout out to this young man. This is so good that he will, like I said, I hope his name is Kevin Ford. Kevin Ford, I hope he's able, because sometimes when they bringing them out like that, they got to do the tax, title, and license.
Yeah.
And now that $400,000, he'll probably get like 5.
Yep.
So hopefully he'll get all of it to show him that he is truly appreciated, and that is truly a hefty tenure for any job.
I agree with you on that one, man.
Burger King, man,
shout
it's
out
crazy.
To that, man, because I can tell you right now, my fast food career lasted all of 6 months.
Yeah, mine was 3. Not quite 3. Yeah, I didn't last long in fast food.
Me either, man. I know I didn't.
My thing.
It was 6 months. I was done after that. So because I figured this is not for me. Not knocking it. I mean,
not at all. No.
I mean, I'm not knocking it at all. If that's what you want to do with your life, man, hey, knock yourself out. I'm not knocking it. I would never knock anybody's hustle.
Right.
But it is what it is.
So the next story, we always stay close to home. We have stories in the news. So this time we're here in the good old state of Texas. A Texas school district officials wants to remove displays of inclusivity from schools after student reportedly, quote-unquote, traumatized by a poster of children of different races holding hands. I am so traumatized by this story. I read the story. I guess I'm not reading with an understanding, because from my understanding, it was a first grader.
What? Are you serious?
Student who reportedly felt some type of way because she saw a poster of people of different colors holding hand, and also saw a pride poster hanging up in the classroom, and they feel like that is a dignet of symbols of her personal ideologies. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I haven't been a child in a while,
right?
But a first grade is about what,
six or seven, about 6 years old.
Do you know what an ideology is at that age? No, we do have some brainiacs out here.
There's some smart children out there.
But do they really know what an ideology is? Is that something that you are learnt? And I meant learnt at home.
I agree with you on that.
Not taught.
That's exactly it.
Learnt.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. Because at that age, I'm sorry, I'm not knocking that child. I don't know what their child is. I don't know what the child is studying. I don't know their child's brain patterns or what they're programmed to think or say. But from what I'm seeing, that's something that the child was actually taught. That's what I'm thinking. Because like at that age, you're just not learning what the world is all about.
You're barely learning your ABC. Well,
Thank
you
you.
should have them down.
You should at least know them by now.
You learning probably like how to dissect a sentence.
Yeah.
So you're learning how to dissect a sentence. Do you really know what an ideology is?
No, you probably can't even spell it. Not at that age.
And of course, I have to give the city this was in. This was in good old Conroe. That's 45 going on 45 going toward Houston. Like I said, I'm just appalled that a first grader was able to come to her parent, and then other parents got together, and they went to the school board to discuss this matter. Honestly, I don't understand.
Okay,
I don't understand. So you're looking at a poster of a white girl, black girl, Indian girl, Asian girl, whatever, holding hands, and you just feel traumatized.
Yeah,
you feel why are they holding hands? What's wrong with them holding hands? So that's what I'm thinking. That's when a parent should step in.
I agree.
And explain to them what's going on. Don't do the negative, whatever you think that should be.
Right.
But just tell them there are 5 little girls holding hands.
Yeah.
Or 5 little girls and boys holding hands.
Right.
Neglect the color.
Yeah.
It's just that they're holding hands.
Well, see, here's the thing about it. You know this to be true yourself. Racism is a behavior that is
That's
taught.
what I said, learnt.
Yeah.
It's learnt.
It's a taught behavior. We all know this. We're all somewhat intelligent people here. Okay? Well, my wife is intelligent. I know I am. So, it is what it is. But I say for the listening audience, especially for the trolls, you're somewhat intelligent.
Thank you.
The thing of it is, man, racism and hatred and all that other stuff is something that is learned. It's taught. You're taught to hate niggas. You're taught to hate Jews. You're taught to hate Asians. You're taught to hate that. You're taught to hate that. Now, us as black people, some of us are taught to hate white people, but for the most part, all of us develop that prejudice against white people from life experience.
Something we've experienced, like you said, something we've seen,
yeah,
heard, or experienced.
Exactly, exactly. So it's a little bit different for us. For the most part, black people are lean more towards hatred and prejudice because of life experience,
history,
right? And history. There you go. That's another one. I left his history out, but you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Some of the comments that was made pretty much put it into perspective. I'm going to read a couple. People online aren't feeling for the story that the child is behind this effort, but rather the student's parents. Another one said, I'm guessing a racist parent saw a poster in the kid's classroom and forced his kid to change classrooms. And a third one said, if a child is traumatized by seeing people of different colors holding hands, they need removing from the adults that instill that fear. What? They need removing from the adults that instill that fear. It is not fair to the child to be made that fearful of other people. I wholeheartedly agree.
I agree with you on that one. Yeah.
That's just a sick story. It's like it's just getting ridiculous. I said these kids, they are already there now, but some of these kids going to be so messed up when they get adults, it's going to be...
I agree.
You can't breathe. You can't walk by each other. You can't talk to one another. They could be like, oh my God, she's black. She's talking to me. It's already there now.
I'm about to say it's already here.
Lord have mercy. Now this story, I know I sent it to you, and it's still despondent to think about. The 2 black men who was asked to move to the back of the empty bus by the white bus driver.
Yeah.
What year is this?
2023.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure because the story goes that 2 black riders bought their ticket to get on the bus. No one was on the bus, but the driver asked them to go to the back of the bus to take their seats.
What?
When they refused, he told them that he was going to call the police on them. What year is this?
2023.
Okay.
Well, I could say this. Let me say this real quick. Let me
give the young man name. They're Jarvis Greenhill and Xavier Davis.
Let me say this, babe. Mm-hmm. When you brought this to my attention, this story right here, mm-hmm. I called you up. What are my exact words?
I wish.
Go ahead and say it.
I think you said, I wish a nigga or something.
I wish a motherfucker would.
Yeah, motherfucker would, yeah. Mm-hmm. Of course, I had my reservation about this story because for my lack of ignorance, and then there used to be a show that came on called Fargo. This is in Fargo, North Dakota.
Are you serious?
I didn't know no black people was up there. I'm just gonna be honest.
You know what?
I'm just gonna be honest with you. So, but yeah, this happened in Fargo, North Dakota. Fargo, North Dakota. But that's my ignorance to think that there was. Well, obviously there are black people here, and obviously they're still treated like 1960, 1959, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They still in the Jim Crow era.
I mean, from my understanding, this young man's job is to drive the bus. I don't think he's supposed to tell people where to sit, is he?
Well, from what? Hold on, I'm trying to get the music cracking again.
1950s. I think we're in the 1950s, and here we are in 2023. This is unbelievable. And then threatening to call the police on them? Unacceptable. Unacceptable. So do you think this bus driver needs to be fired? Or reprimanded in some way?
I think that the driver needs to definitely be reprimanded. I think that should he lose his job, I say yeah. I say yeah, because like this ain't the 1960s anymore. And like I said, I wish that couldn't have been me. He would have got called everything but a child of God. You don't have to call the cops on me because I'm not moving.
It just amazes me how they keep telling us, no, you guys are looking at it wrong. There's no racism in this country. What is this?
This is blatant racism. What are you talking about?
And then I kind of had my reservations for his friend, because the guy who spoke up was, trying to defend him and his friend, but his friend ended up going to the back of the bus, sitting down.
I wouldn't.
And then told his friend, "Come on, just sit down." I don't think I would have been friends with him anymore. You know what I'm saying? I think I would have said, "Here I am trying to fight for both of you, and you just going to conform to the masses?"
Yeah.
No, we're not taking this bus.
There you go. Just get off the bus. There you go. Just get off the bus. That's what I would have done. I would just get off the bus, because I'm not gonna sit to the back of the damn bus and ain't nobody in there. Mm-hmm. Even if it was somebody coming up on the bus, I wouldn't sit to the back of the bus. Damn that! I'm gonna sit wherever the hell I want to sit. I paid for the ticket.
Can you imagine walking on the bus and there's nobody on there? He's talking about, hey, come on, guys, let's go to the back of the bus. Why? There's nobody.
That's the first thing I'm gonna say. Why?
And him, yeah.
Well, why I gotta go to the back of the bus? Ain't nobody here.
Right. Well, here's another story. Quote unquote, they haven't done anything. An outraged grandmother confronts Walgreens employee who threatened to call cops on black boys shopping in the store. She's claiming racially profiling them. First of all, the young men were 11 and 12 years old. The young boys came and told their grandmother that the store lady told them to get out. They don't need to shop here, so they came back in with their grandmothers, and the grandmother said, "My grandson came in here to purchase something, and what did you say to him?" The manager responded, "I said he can come and purchase it right here with me, or he can leave, because I've had a bunch of kids come in and steal." So you don't think that's racial profiling?
That's exactly what that is.
These young boys, you just looking at they were young men, black young men, and you just assume they came in there to steal. Ma'am, that's racial profiling.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is. You're just going to automatically assume that's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. It just astounds me how when they quote unquote get caught, they be like, no, that's not what I meant. It's just that we previously had issues before. But you're still lumping those kids in something that happened before them. Yeah. You don't know what their motive. They came in to simply buy some snacks. Yeah. And you just lump them into a category with some other people that they don't even have any association with.
Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, that's racial profiling.
But that grandmama got in there.
Hello.
Got up in there, came up in there.
What else you got, baby?
I don't know. It's just this world.
You know what?
I don't know.
You know what, babe? I mean, I can tell people this right here a little bit. My wife and I, we love going out to eat because we enjoy each other's company. We like to go to certain restaurants. We like to just sit down, and sometimes after we finish eating, we'll sit there for about an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, just sitting there talking. And we have yet to get kicked out of the restaurant. And my problem with this whole story is this right here. Granted, you've had some issues with people stealing. I understand that part. But why are you trying to say that they're going to steal by telling them they can't come in that store, or whatever she said to them?
No, she done seen other little boys around that look and that age group to come there before, so she's thinking, okay, they must be part of the quote unquote posse. Yeah, and that's what she did.
Well, that's not fair to those little boys.
Exactly. And if I was their grandmother or mother, I would have done the same thing. Yeah, I would have got out that car, and she would have to explain to me what happened.
Exactly.
Well, here's another story, kind of, and segueing from that story. A Lansing police say handcuffing 12-year-old black boy taking out the trash was unfortunate misunderstanding after they mistook him for a car thief.
He's taking out the trash. Where is he in a car taking out the trash?
A child as a car thief. A child. Again,
taking
12 years old.
Taking out the trash.
Taking out the trash.
He's not driving a car.
He was handcuffed and detained because they thought he was a car thief. And it was so many police cars came up and surrounded this young man. You can tell he looked young in the face. He don't look like a grown person at all. Now, I know there are some young people out here who's driving, but a car thief? Okay. Now they're trying to say that it was all just a unfortunate misunderstanding.
That's bullshit, and you know it.
Unfortunate for who, though?
Exactly. It's definitely unfortunate for this young man because he's traumatized for the rest of his natural born life.
And then to hear his, kind of like the story we did last week, hear the father asking him, "What is going on?" Can you imagine the self-control that the dad had to take to keep his composure for not lunging at those police officers?
I can't say that I wouldn't have. I'm just being honest with you.
You couldn't give me a justifiable answer as to why y'all done handcuffed my child, and he just simply took out the trash.
Oh no, that'd be a problem.
His life has changed forever.
Big time.
His perception of police. I mean, they keep telling us police are here to protect and serve.
Okay, I understand
These kids
that.
gonna have so many weird perception of cops in the world. It's gonna be crazy. I feel sorry for that.
But anyway, that right there, I would have felt some type of way about that. That was just all kinds of wrong.
Yeah, and then here's a little story for just like when this young man get a little older. Here's another little story. Appeals court vacates black man's 10-year sentence after white judge said he quote unquote looks like a criminal. Now they tell us what we look like. First we all look alike, and now we looking like criminals. First we all look alike, then we all are criminals from our culture and our past, and now they tell us what a criminal look like. Okay.
So I already know this young man was black.
Oh yeah. And of course this happened in Michigan.
Judge is white.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Looking like how.
So because he looked like a criminal. Okay, so here's my question. What does a criminal look like?
Exactly. Obviously, this young man here, which I really don't see a picture of him, so I'm assuming he's black, of course. Probably about 5'9", 5'11". Probably got dreads or braids.
I'm going to ask. I'm going to put this out there. Me and you both know this. The biggest criminals wear suits and ties. Am I lying?
And melanin is a whole lot shader lighter than ours.
Oh, no doubt about it. You already know.
I saw this one girl. She was going up against this this. I think he was like a senator or something, and he was trying to say that black men and black people have the worst criminal history. And then she started breaking it down, talking about no, out of 4 million people, 1 million of those people were black people, was ones who committed crime. 3 million was other races, but majority of it was white people.
Hello.
And this was a white girl saying this.
Come on now.
So I was like, y'all just assume something, but it's not always like that.
Well, see, here's the thing about it, and we talked about this on previous podcasts. You know good and well that black crime gets overreported. Okay.
And like I said, when one person do something, they lump us all together.
Exactly. It's all of us doing it.
All of us doing it.
All of us doing it. And not only that, like I said, it gets overly reported because the Pookie shoots Ray down the street. It's going to be on every single news channel.
Right.
And the first thing they're going to start saying is, when is the black on black crime going to stop?
Right.
And I've already said this on several occasions, and I got the stats to back this up. Black people kill black people, white people kill white people, Indians kill Indians, and the list goes on and on and on. So people need to get off of the whole we got to do better black on black crime bullshit, because like it's only like a small percentage of black people that do that shit anyway.
Right.
A very small percentage. So I mean, you know, and when I hear people like this dumbass judge talking about you look like a criminal, my question to him is, what does a criminal look like? That'd be my question.
Well, of course he's going to give you his perception.
Of course.
He's not going to say what's across the board.
I mean, anybody can be a criminal. I mean, that's my whole point. Anybody can be a criminal. Hell, they accuse Jesus of being a criminal.
I just want to say that. I said, look at Jesus. And just like, I mean, they made this big deal this week. I mean, I'm trying to segue off of this, but they made a big deal this week about Jamie Foxx. You hear what Jamie Foxx said? You know, they kill him the way he looked and the way he did for this world. You don't think they'd do something like that to me? Come on. And Jesus walked around with a robe on and sandals and did all kind of good work. Right. You hear nothing negative that he did, but they still killed him. Yep. So, yeah, you're right. Moving on.
Moving right along.
Now, this story here, I'm not quite sure how to take this. Of course, it happened in Texas, not too far up the street from us in Mesquite, Texas.
What happened?
A black teacher, elementary school teacher, loses job after complaining on Twitter that her sister was dating a white man, so she tweeted, "I enjoy being a racist." What? Now, when I first met you, you know, we getting to know each other and we're talking about our families and everything, I was telling you that I had family members who consider themselves to be racist. Right. And you told me there's no way black people can be racist. Right. So here this woman is on a national platform. Yeah. As a teacher, explaining that white people can be racist, she can be a black racist. Well, now, my thought process on this is, you're a teacher. Right. What happened to all things? Everything don't need to be told. Keep some things to yourself.
Let me say this. I got 2 points to make. Point number one. Whenever I said that black people can't be racist, I meant that because the way I explained it to you, and you agreed with me, racism is a power dynamic. Black people don't have any say-so if a white person wants to move into an exclusively black neighborhood. They're going to move in anyway. Ain't nothing we can do about it. Right. We don't have that kind of power. So that's why I say that black people can't be racist. That's number one. Right. Number two, she put that on social media, and with her being a school teacher, she's in the public eye to a certain extent. So everything that she puts on social media is going to be out there for everybody to see. So that was stupid.
Well, in my understanding, I'm glad that, you know, she exposed herself. I'm glad her students won't be subjected to her biasness. Right. In my opinion, she should have kept that dumb opinion to herself.
I agree with you on that one.
Because that was about the dumbest ass.
That was stupid on so many levels.
She could have said, "You think anybody going to hire you as a teacher with that kind of ideology?" Now that's ideology I can think about. You know, and nobody going to hire you with that kind of rhetoric in your mindset.
Of course not.
Because they're going to be wondering, what are you teaching your children?
Right.
Well, good luck to you, sister. But she did come back and retort that she did not lose her job. She kept her job. But then I read another story that said, no, she did lose her job.
Well, somebody lying.
She lost her job. So I think she was just trying to play part and act like she didn't lose her job, and she did. I just, like I said, this 15 minutes of fame on these social media outlets, it's getting out of hand. Something y'all just don't need to put out there.
Yeah.
I know you want to share your world, but why?
She should have kept that to herself.
Yeah, that was.
I mean, even if she doesn't like white people, which I can understand that. I mean, you know, I don't. You know, I'm not gonna say that I don't like white people. I just don't trust their asses.
A black racist girl.
That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I mean, you know, that makes no sense whatsoever. But you know, it is what it is.
You know what would be what is it, oxymoron?
What?
If she said that she's a black racist and she taught history, wouldn't that be an oxymoron? Man, baby, do your history homework, and you didn't get it all.
Oh,
because it really doesn't say what what she
man.
taught, but they just said she was a school teacher. Moving on. Now this story right here is so weird. Quote unquote, I like to see them fired. Shocking video shows police beating and arresting innocent black men holding a baby in an Applebee's restaurant in Wisconsin. Now the story goes that there was a hit and run accident, and the people that did the hit and run took out running into an Applebee's. And then the people that were standing around said that the people ran into the Applebee's, so they went into the Applebee's, talked to the manager,
right? And
they saw a man sitting there with a baby, so they surrounded him, trying to arrest him, but he wouldn't put the baby down. They were more concerned about the baby because they were so close to a table, and then you can hear somebody shouting out, get the baby," and then one of the officers said, "I'm not doing shit." But come to find out that the person who was involved in the hit and run accident was hiding in the bathroom. So that was them. And then, eventually they did, get the baby by his arms, and they were struggling to arrest him and put the handcuffs on him and everything like that. But my thing is, the manager got fired.
Why did the manager get fired?
They fired her after she'd been there for 12 years because they said she allowed the video to be recorded and shared online by her employees.
She can do it.
I said, you know what? There's no way. I'll go to EEOC and get my lawsuit. How am I supposed to go around to every employee and tell them not to record? Here I am trying to help the police put out this fire that's happening in the restaurant. Right. Because it was like 4 or 5 police officers trying to get one man. Mm-hmm. So, the other people that was in there eating probably like, what's going on? And here she is trying to die down that fire, and she's supposed to be going, don't record.
No, man. You don't have any control of what another person does. That's number one. And number two, if they want to record and post it out there,
they're going to do it.
If you're not doing anything wrong, so what you got to worry about? Mm-hmm. If you're doing your job, what do you have to worry about? That's my question.
That's crazy.
I agree.
But I think she lost her job unjustifiable.
I agree. That right there was completely unnecessary. 100%.
Moving right
on.
We're going to talk about your best friend right now. Mr. Ron DeClancy. I'm sorry.
Oh, damn,
Ron DeSantis.
Oh, baby, come on.
Yeah. Man. Quote unquote. This is an outrage. State Attorney Monique Worrell slams Ron DeSantis after suspension, accusing him of being a, quote, weak dictator. Yeah. She was the only black female prosecutor, and he fired her, he suspended her on a political agenda. They said that she failed to demonstrate the Democratic prosecutor failed to enforce the law while prosecuting some of her cases. For one of the cases in question, that it was a 19-year-old who shot up, he shot a 9-year-old, a TV reporter, and a 38-year-old woman. The 38-year-old woman died, but she said that she gave him leniency, which let him get out of jail on a technicality.
Okay.
But she said that technicality all happened before she took over his case.
Wow. So
why would DeSantis put her on suspicious, more or less, to me, as just like firing her? Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Again, here he is messing with the blacks.
Of course he is, man.
That man got a problem.
That dude, he got a hard on for black people, don't he?
Mm-hmm. Well, I like what she said. She said, quote unquote, if we are mourning anything, it is the loss of democracy. I am your duly elected state attorney, and nothing done by a weak dictator can change that. This is an outrage.
What did she say that was wrong?
Nothing at all. I hope and pray that she's able, if she can't get reinstated here, but I know that's where she ran and she should be able to do her job there because she was elected by the people. I hope she can't get back in office because that's just, I think he's being pitted like his cohort Trump. Just like Trump is trying to claim that one of the prosecutors that brought the charges against him was sleeping with a known drug dealer.
Who cares if somebody's sleeping with a drug dealer?
I don't care.
You slept with a prostitute, so you know.
Say that again, honey.
Oh, did I say it out loud? So okay, well, yeah, you slept with a prostitute.
I just it's like whatever they do is not bad, but she struck with a drug dealer.
And you slept with a prostitute, so
right.
You know.
Now this story has got me a little despondent because it just shows you the two of the different worlds that we live in. Okay. A judge in Minnesota sentenced a 72-year-old black woman to 6 months after a jury found her guilty of assaulting a white coworker. Now this lady says she's been on her job since 1972, and most of the time she was the only black person who worked there, and she's been in nursing all her life. And then one time she had a difficult situation with a white coworker who pretty much was calling her out a name without calling her name, talking bad to her, making her feel some type of way. And so this young lady was trying to defend herself. And now she struck the coworker because the coworker tried to, assault her first. But she ended up going to jail for 6 months. So they do have a fine out trying to get that reversed because that's not right. She's 72. She was trying to defend herself, but I can't believe she had a jury and a jury convicted her of assault. That's crazy.
You know
72 years old.
You know what? She's 72 years old. Her problem was striking a white woman.
That's what I said too. That's what it said because even though she lost her nursing job and she's struggling to pay the $50,000 in restitution. I hate that this happened to her, but this all boils down to she hit a white woman. That's what it all boils down to. This is the result of it.
That's it. She hit a white woman. If she would have hit a sister, if anything, they would have got suspended, if not fired, and that would have been done. That would have been the end of it. It wouldn't be that big of a deal. They would not have arrested her. Because I've seen office fights between two black women, and they either got fired or suspended, one of the two. But you hit a white woman, oh man, God forbid.
I'm gonna read some of the story. This is what they're calling the accusation.
Okay.
Okay. Miss Garber tells us she was disinfecting a desk in the office with a can of aerosol spray when Stint, this is the white lady, who apparently thought Garber was intentionally spraying her, pushed Garber in the chest.
Oh, so she struck first.
This was she struck her first. As Garber reached with her left hand for the desktop phone to call for help. Now, Garbo is the black lady. She reached for the phone to call for help. She says Stint, who is the white lady, used the phone to hit her in the hand. At that point, Garber says she struck Stint on the head with the aerosol can and fled the room. She said, I left because I was scared. They had just killed George Floyd, and I did not want to be confrontational or have an altercation with a white woman. I thought I'm not letting the police take me nowhere. I'll go and turn myself in. First of all.
Oh, hold on.
In the words of the great late Malcolm X, protect your shit and yourself. He didn't say it like that. That's my interpretation of it.
You paraphrase.
But you don't touch me.
Well, it sounds to me.
You do not touch me.
Here's the thing.
At all.
Here's the thing. From what you just told me, that sounds like mutual combat.
Exactly. Like I said, she touched her first. And she was protecting herself. She got hit in the head, okay. Not hit in the head, but she got hit in the hand.
The sister got hit first because the white lady struck her first.
Right.
But like I said, that's okay though. A white woman can cut your fingers off, but you can't do nothing back to her.
And that's not fair. That is not fair at all. So I'm just supposed to stand and let her push me in my chest?
That shouldn't have happened right there.
No, not on this watch. So, Miss Garbo, I hope that the attorney who's working your case will be able to get this turned around, and you can retire if you don't want to do nursing work anymore. You can retire with a clear conscience and can sleep peacefully at night, knowing you did nothing wrong but to protect your space and your body.
Well, like I said,
and your mental anguish.
Well, like I said, it's okay if somebody white beats the crap out of you, but if you defend yourself, that's a problem.
And this happened in Minnesota. 72. Now they locking up 72-year-olds. I just
that's the part that got me when I read that story.
I just don't.
But the fact that the woman was 72 years old, that's my mother's age.
Yeah. Well, this is a good story. I hope it works out for them. The Henrietta Lacks descendants filed a new lawsuit over the use of her cells for medical science without permission to secure the justice and compensation they rightfully deserve.
Yeah. Let me expand on that real quick. For those of you who don't know who Henrietta Lack was, Henrietta Lack was a black woman, and they used her cells, her stem cells, to make all kinds of medical breakthroughs
without her family's
permission. Okay, so, and this has been going on for decades. Okay, so I read about the Henrietta Lack story in this book called Medical Apartheid. That's another book people need to check out, man. I haven't put that one out on the show just yet, but that's a good one. Medical Apartheid. Get that book. It talks about how they use black people's cells and everything else to do medical research on illegally. And then once they find the cure, oh, look what I discovered. I discovered this cure, this, that, and the third. So I'm glad that the family is finally getting to the point to where they can actually get some money from, try to get some kind of compensation for using this woman's stem cells illegally.
Well, they got some the first time. This is going to be the second time.
Right.
Because a new company is trying to exploit her cells. And this company is like an ultragenics kind of place.
Right.
And so they're trying to sue them. So if the lawsuit the first time went through, let's see if this can go through too. Because they're still in the wrong. Because I don't think they still have not officially come to this family and asking they use them.
No, they haven't.
They just want to do what they want. That's what I'm saying. Just do what they want to do without asking you. Do they still find out have no ramification about correcting the situation?
And again, they've been using this woman's stem cells for decades. Okay,
they call the Hella cells.
Right.
Henrietta Hela. Yeah, Henrietta cells. God. Has been used for numerous scientific and medical breakthroughs, including the polio vaccine development, genetic mapping, and the most recent COVID-19 vaccination. Wow. Well, hopefully this family get the justice that they get the first time, and if this is a form of reparation on my guy.
No, they would call that a form of reparations if they got it.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's not fair. That's a whole different thing.
But they're getting something for it. They're not letting somebody take advantage of their family member.
I agree. But I wouldn't call it reparations. But yeah, that's compensation. That's what I would call it. Compensation. Not reparations, but compensation.
Wow. Well, those are all the MTV that I have for this week.
Okay. Well, let's.
And in the words of the great Charlemagne the God, now on to the donkey of the day. This Alabama riverfront ass-whooping.
Hold on, let me put the picture back up. Wrong one.
Like I said at the beginning of the show, it took me out. My news alerts were just blowing up. Just I'm like, what is going on? What's going on? And then I seen so many different angles of the altercation. It had to be something different. It just couldn't be because these people got mad that this man moved the boat. And let's correct something here. I found out that he just wasn't a security guard. He was a co-captain.
Yeah.
He's a captain.
Right, on one of the riverboats.
On one of the riverboats.
Yeah.
And his captain believes that he was attacked because it was racially motivated, because the people who own that little dinghy boat has caused problems previously.
Well, see, there you go.
So let's give this man his just due. He just wasn't a security. He was an actual captain.
Well, let me say this real quick. The Dred Scott decision. Let's go back in history for a little bit. The Dred Scott decision. Okay, the U.S. Supreme Court states in the Dred Scott decision that there is no laws that a black man has that a white person has to abide by. This goes along the lines of the Dred Scott decision, because it was a black man telling a white person what they can and or can't do.
Right.
That's when they started getting pissed off, because if it was a white person telling them what to do, they probably would have moved the boat.
They would have moved it immediately. Oh, no problem, my guy. And would have moved
They would have moved that boat immediately.
Yeah.
Okay? But since it was a black man that did it, they had a problem with that. That's why they started calling him all kinds of niggas and stuff like that, because I've seen people, lots of people, even white people came back and said they was calling him all kinds of racial epithets and stuff like that, and that's when it escalated into what it did. All right? So there's that. So that's a little bit of a history to that. So, you know.
Well, let me read this little. I'm going to give props to this young lady. I saw this statement that she made, this comment that she made. Her name is Anna Wims. And I didn't think about it until she said it. She said, August is the 8th month of the year. 8 is the number that represents new beginnings. 5 represents miracles. 23 is the 23rd Psalm's year. 8/5/2023 was the new beginning of my people. So with her saying that and putting into that perspective, I guess you can say a change is gonna come. I forget who sang that song, Change is gonna come. But yeah, I truly feel that this is justice for black people, black America. And you know, so many say that America, especially black America, is divided. I think this kind of put into perspective that we know how to come together when it's time to come together. One of the memes, so many memes was made. Oh my God!
You know,
one of the memes that I saw when he threw the hat up in the air, they talking about that was the back call.
The black
he was
signal.
saying woo.
That's the black signal.
And when I tell you, I kept saying, where are all these black people coming from?
The black, that was the black signal.
Yeah. But the most impressive thing to me, like I said, I didn't think. Normally when I see people, I'm like, oh Lord, people fighting again.
Right.
But the part that got me, that baby who jumped in that water,
16 years old,
and swam like he was swimming like a dolphin. And if you notice, supposedly this is like a slave river or whatever.
It was
a slave trade river.
Yeah.
And if you really look at that, the picture of him swimming, it's like he had 2 arms on either side of him, just kind of like letting him guide through that water. He was just gliding through that water, cause like he got there and so fast. And then to get there, kind of shake the water off and pick that man up and body slam him. I do not justify violence. Let me say that. But to me, this wasn't violence. To me, they were protecting this older man. I think this man, they said between 60 and 65 years old. First of all, he's a grandfather. Yeah. And they came together to protect him, because when I first saw, he was trying to explain to them, but I knew something was about to pop off when he started clapping his hands when he was talking. I said, uh-oh.
That's it. That's it.
Here we go.
That's it.
And then after that, when I saw all them white people climb on top of him and hit him and stomping him, then all them black people came out like, yes, here we go. Yes. I just got, like I said, I felt so proud. Like, yes. And I honestly, I didn't even look at it as a racial thing. I just looked at it, they was there to protect that older man who was getting beat down by some high-head white young people. Yes, they say they were drinking, but still, I don't care. Y'all all jumped on. Y'all should let that one boy in them red shorts handle that, but y'all didn't. All of y'all jumped on and started beating that man down.
Well, it shouldn't have been a beat down the first thing.
Exactly.
I mean,
just move your boat.
If that boat would have just gotten moved in the first place, the way the brother man asked him to do in the first place,
absolutely,
it would have never escalated to what it was. But let me say this: last week, my wife and I, like I said earlier in the podcast, we did a show called "The State of Black America." Okay. So, and my wife asked the question, will we ever get a chance to get together? Well, there you go. There's your answer right there, babe.
In full effect.
Well, see, and I can honestly tell you, when I saw this fight, and I was like, oh, man, I wish I was there. I would have got me a couple good licks in because, like that right there, it was completely unnecessary.
It was.
All they had to do was move the fucking boat. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And some of the implications.
But I don't mean to cut you off, but know. I mean, yeah, they was giving him 2 for 1 about moving the boat. But somebody had to call him out his name.
That's what happened.
Somebody had to say something. And they got tired of him. Because, like, when they say something, he'll say something. Just from personal experience, white people don't like to go back and forth with you. Especially someone of a different race.
Oh, Lord, no.
And then he kept, explaining his case and telling him, no, you need to move your boat. I'm just assuming that's what he was saying. Because he was pointing and he was trying to explain to him, it's a boat over there. They need to move it. Because he was like moving his arm. Like, they need to move over here. You need to move your boat. I move your boat so they can come dock. I guess he was just explaining it too much for them. And in my heart of heart, I think they call him out his name. I really do.
There's been several witnesses to come forward and say that the white people call them all kinds of racial epithets. They call them nigger, porch monkey, all kinds of shit. So
Lord have mercy.
So that's pretty much what made Brother Man. Well, actually, they struck him first, and he just defended himself.
Yeah. Like I said, the one he really got into was the one that was in those reddish color shorts.
Yeah.
It should have been a one-on-one.
And he was
handling exactly. He was handling his own.
He was handling
when he put that hand on that boy's neck, I said, oh yeah, there we go. Because he started pushing him into that little shed thing.
Right.
And then couldn't find out it was another little white boy there who worked on the dock. They started fighting him. So then they fighting their own. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But then he was handling his own, and all the rest started jumping out. So that's when I kept saying, it's not a fair fight. It's not a fair fight. And then them black people started popping up like they was Wakanda. They were popping up from everywhere. They like above that you can see people just running in the background. They was coming down.
People came to Brother Man's rescue.
Yes, they did.
Now, this is something that Malcolm said decades ago. He said we need to put aside our petty differences and come together on one accord because we all have a common enemy. This is a prime example of what Malcolm was talking about. Because all those people came from all walks of life, all different age groups, all different sexual orientations to help that one man defend himself.
Right.
Okay? Now, that's beautiful. I love that. That's the main thing I love about this whole situation. Is that it showed that we can come together. And once we get to that point and we can let that spread, we'll be all right.
Oh, yeah. Like I said before, we just stop having that crab in the barrel mentality.
Right.
And know that we're all reaching for the greater goal.
Yeah.
We can be so successful. Like I said, we can have our own Tulsas again.
Several of them.
Yeah. Throughout this country. We
no doubt.
Really can.
I agree with you.
Successfully.
Oh yeah.
Without all the backbiting and gossiping and him and harming and all that.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Yeah, I hope this is the start of something good. But like I said, these memes.
Oh man, I got a few of them. Hold on.
I don't know.
I didn't really get the good ones because most of them are scrolled from the internet. But yeah, I got some pretty good ones.
And it's just amazing. Like I said, I'm not a big social media person. I'm not on Facebook or anything like that. But it's like y'all made these memes so fast.
Them memes came out of nowhere, didn't they?
T-shirts, tattoos, earrings. I'm like,
you know
what in the world?
That's my favorite one right there.
And then Walmart gonna have the fact to put their chairs on sale.
Oh,
I'm like,
you know what? When I went to Walmart today, I saw those chairs on sale. I did. I saw them chairs on sale.
And I saw this one lady. She said, "No, not the ones that you said. They changed the name, or they call the Ass-Whupin chairs." Yeah, I need to order 2 of those. Yeah, that's the title on them now. The title is Ass-Whupin chairs. I was like, they done gave it a thing.
That's wild.
But the one that got me where I said, okay, now enough is enough. It's when they put it in Malcolm. The one in Malcolm standing in front of the window, because in the actual picture, Malcolm is holding a gun.
Yeah, had AK-47.
I can understand that one. But the one that kind of got me, like I said, I hate to confess
I'll get to that one.
I hate to confess this. My toes might be on the coon line because I thought they shouldn't have did that with the Malcolm. MLK.
With the Martin Luther King.
With the Martin Luther King one. Yeah, I don't think they should have did that.
I got that one too, but we'll check that one out. I like that one.
Yeah, that was one of the ones I like too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like that one.
That's the one in the background should have been saying, "I was born by the river." That song need to be playing while that meme came out.
Yep. Yeah. And here's the one where someone's interviewing the chair. Hold on, it'll pop up in a second. It's kind of a delay right there, babe. But yeah, dude got a microphone. The newscaster got a microphone with the chair, and the chair was like, So there I was, just minding my own business. The chair, they interviewed the chair.
But you know, honestly, I've looked at different depiction of it. Where did the chair come from?
You gotta ask Reggie Ray that.
Okay, I know there was a boat with people on it. Did somebody throw the chair off that boat down to the town? I'm still trying to figure out where that man got the chair from. And when I tell you he was willing it and it didn't break, and it didn't fall out his hands, I'm like, okay.
Let me tell you something.
All right now.
Let me tell you something.
I don't know.
Oh, just so everybody knows, Reggie Ray is in jail right now because of that.
I know they said they had a warrant out for his arrest.
Yeah.
But you know what was so good about it? Stephanie Mills said she would do a free concert.
Oh, yeah.
To fund everybody get out of jail.
Yeah.
I thought that was, that's why I said us coming together, we know how to come together.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And Sister Stephanie's a rider anyway. Mm-hmm. She always has been.
Well, I wanted to say something about that. This is one that I seen that I thought was...
I can't hardly find them anymore because most of them have been scrubbed from the internet.
We all know the Black National Anthem, right?
Let their voice and sing.
So this is the this is in honor of the Montgomery chair debacle. Lift every chair and swing till earth and noggins ring. Ring with the harmony of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as a rolling sea. Swing that chair full of the might of the ancestors behind us. Swing that chair full of the strength that the present had brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun, let us swim on till victory is won. Now, you know, that was good. I don't know how y'all came up with this stuff. So we got so much talent in our culture. So I'm like, oh my God. I mean, I just looked at meme after meme after meme after interview with the chair. You know. I mean, yes. Exactly. To the point. What they say, period. That's a period moment right there.
Fuck around and find out, day.
August 5th. Find out and fuck around. Yeah, can we take off for that day? Is that gonna be a national holiday?
You know what? I'm thinking about starting to do that.
God, that is just, I don't know. And I know, like, you know, you and I was saying, I just hope positivity come out of this. But I did see one meme. I don't know if they meant it as a joke or whatever. They showing police officers holding chairs.
Oh, I saw that one.
You know, so I
saw that.
I didn't really like that one. Well, police officers shouldn't try to intervene their behavior in anything that's going on right now at all.
Yeah.
Well, let's flip the switch for a while. Do you think this has anything to do with the Jason Aldean song? How he was talking about come to a small downtown, you go find out. Yeah.
Try it in a small town. I think here's this deal, and I was going to discuss this later on in the show. With Donald Trump, that emboldened white supremacists to come out the closet.
Yeah, because that night before, he was just in that state.
Precisely.
Giving a rally.
Precisely.
Yeah, and they probably was on a natural high.
Oh, yeah, it was on a natural high because of that. That's number one. And number two, that song right there gave them the boldness to come out and say, you know, fuck you, nigga, I ain't gonna move my boat. So I think it did to a certain degree because, you know, when it comes down to stuff like this, the only thing they need is a little bit of a spark.
Is that all it takes, really?
That's all it takes, a little bit of a spark. That's it.
So you finna walk around here with knots in your head, bruises on your body. Like that one man, his clogs was on his ankles. How you get your clogs beat off of you that they look like socks around your ankles? And like that one lady who got hit in the head, supposedly that was like the mayor's sister. The one who got hit in the chair, within the head of the chair, the red dress.
Yeah.
Now you probably gonna walk around probably with a concussion for years to come. You probably have to take a Tylenol every day just to think. So if you think it was worth it, kudos to you, my friend. Yep. But I don't think it will. You should just move your boat. But the one story that got me, now one of the guys that was there, he's a restaurant owner. And they said he pretty much done lost his business.
Yeah.
I love it. I mean, I hate that you're gonna, your business gonna suffer, but you gotta, what they say, consequences results of certain actions.
Well, this next meme, babe, I hope that Michael Jordan don't sue somebody. Mm-hmm. That one right there. I hope he don't sue somebody.
How do y'all do this so fast? All the creativity is amazing.
I really hope, because Michael Jordan has a patent for this. He owns a copyright for this. So I hope the guy that Michael Jordan doesn't sue the person that did this meme. I really do. That's his motif, but it doesn't have nothing with Nike on it. You don't see the 23 or anything. Right,
so maybe
it doesn't.
With him being a black man, he'll understand and just laugh it off and be like, okay, I get it. Wow.
And here's one you were talking about. It's popping up right now.
Oh, man, that's crazy.
I agree, man. See.
But a lot of us are rejoicing. We're rejoicing over the the Montgomery Brawl. Yeah, now see that's where my toes is on the coon line.
Right.
My baby, not all my toes. My baby toe is on the coon line. I'm like, they should not have put this in there. Because he stood wholeheartedly for justice.
He was nonviolent.
And nonviolent.
He was nonviolent.
Yeah. Not to say that the brawl was violent, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean? Because if anybody was looking at that with the sound down, you would think that was a hard out Crip versus blood fight.
There was a Malcolm X quote. There's a Malcolm X quote about violence. Hold on, let me find that out.
But it looked like he actually is holding the chair, though. Mm-hmm. That is crazy. That's the one that I just felt like, I'm not going to laugh no more. I'm not laughing no more.
Okay, Malcolm X quoted this, and this is one of my favorite Malcolm X quotes. He says, I don't even call it violence when it's in self-defense. I call it intelligence. And I agree with Brother Malcolm on that quote, because this was definitely an intelligent thing, because when you're defending yourself, it's not considered violence. That's you defending yourself. Now, if you do it violently and you kick somebody's ass, so be it. But
that was just like a protection, though.
There was self-defense again. Protection. Number one, and number two, you're protecting someone. You are protecting your elder.
Because who would? Like I said, I've never just had a physical fight with anyone, but I don't like when people mess with old people and babies. You have no right. They're unjustifiable, a weaker link.
Right.
And then plus, you're the opposite race.
Yeah.
Then it was more than one of you. So to me, the man was getting jumped. I probably would have picked up something and began to swing myself.
Here's the last meme. Brother man just got his chair on his hip, waiting.
Nothing.
He just waiting for some shit to pop off.
That looked like a break room, so he at work, right?
Yeah, waiting for some shit to pop
off. Raheem, can you work overtime? Hell no, I can't work no overtime.
You got a problem with that?
Right, they just started swinging this chair. Now, one of the ones I saw them people doing, they teaching like a training class on teaching the kids how to swing the chairs correctly.
I'm a martial artist.
It was so
I'm a martial artist, and somebody was telling me at work, said, Reg, man, do you know how to use this weapon right here? Mm-hmm. And it was a dude swinging the chair like it was a kung fu weapon. I'm like, man, I don't know that one. Mm-hmm. I got to learn that one. So now I got to get back into it and learn it. Learn how to swing a chair.
But have you heard? Now I heard that for a while the white people were saying that they were trying to defend themselves, and then there were a lot of people who had actual footage, and so the police department, and the mayor and the chief of police, pretty much overturned those convictions and went out, and those 3 white men turned themselves in, and they're going to have some pretty hefty fines and penalties and probably some convictions. Well, what do you say about that?
Well, here's the deal on that. Mm-hmm. I'm glad to have a brain. But my whole deal is this right here. You know, it's to be true to yourself. when you got other white people saying you were wrong.
It was so many too. Oh my God, it was a lot of them. And older white people. You don't think they be saying they way like a Trump would, you know?
Right.
But they were saying they were wrong. This woman said, us white people was wrong. I was like, go ahead then, brother. She said, us white people, we were wrong.
It was people at work that was telling me that shit was wrong.
Wow.
White folks that was saying that was wrong.
Wow.
So when I see that lets you know flat out that was some bullshit.
That's what I was saying at the head of the show. They know right from wrong. Yeah. But we have been so bogged down with negativity when it comes to our culture. Anything that pops off, it's a problem. Right. Anything that pops off is going to jail, getting convicted. But to see this come along, I haven't heard. Now I heard that Reggie did. He was the last one who turned himself in. Right. But I haven't heard that any of them gonna get a conviction. Now I heard a couple of them white people gonna get a conviction, but I haven't heard that no black person has been convicted or anything.
Well, Reggie Ray doing his thing, man, and and that's what got me. His name is Reggie.
Mm-hmm. Me too. That's why I asked you. You know what the name of the man who's swinging the chair is? Reggie. Yeah.
But yeah, that right there got me right there. But my man, I already know he's gonna get out of jail. Because I know that
he probably
is. Because Tariq Nasheed, shout out to him, he's from Alabama. So he said he's going to get the names of all the people that were involved in there. If they need to get out of jail, he got them.
Oh wow, awesome.
So yeah, him, Jason Black, Professor Black Truth, they're all going to pitch in and say, hey, we're going to get the people out of jail because they don't need to go to jail anyway for defending themselves.
That's right.
So
I mean anybody who say otherwise, you're just being foolish.
Yeah.
And like my grandma said, you've been a numbskull, because if you have eyes, you saw the whole debacle.
That was straight
self-defense.
Thank you. That was straight self-defense. Yeah. That's exactly what that was. There was no ifs, ands, buts, or maybes about it. It was self-defense.
He didn't start it,
but damn sure finished it.
His comrades did.
Oh, no doubt about it, man. They finished it.
I hate that he was swinging that chair on a woman, but did you see that woman kicking that black man?
Oh my God! She was
like
kicking
they
the shit
said,
out of
every action result a reaction.
That's a law of physics, right there.
And I like when them black women say, "No, don't hit her with chair. We got." They come in to swing and kick on her.
Them sisters came in. They said, "No, you ain't gotta hit it. We got you." And they took care of it too.
You know, my boy Roland. Roland Moore. That's where I saw most of the ankle. He had all kind of different ankles, but I must admit, it was a proud day.
It was a very proud day. Some people might
think to me, and I don't think anybody should look at that as violent. At all.
Again, it's like Malcolm said. That's intelligence right there. That's intelligence. That's all that was. So when you got people out there that's defending themselves, because I'm gonna tell you right now, if a white man hits me, you damn right I'm gonna hit his ass back.
Yeah.
Several times.
And what do you think if that was reversed?
If that was reversed, it wouldn't be blown up as big as it is. I can guarantee it.
No, I think all them black people would have got arrested and would still
no doubt
be
about it. They were still in jail right now. I agree with you on that.
They would not have got any bail or anything.
Nothing. The bail would have been denied. I agree with you on that one. So, and the one thing we have to understand is black people. I mean, granted, we are celebrating this as a small victory. Let's expand on this. Number one.
Just don't let it die down.
Yeah, don't let it die down. If we can do it this one time, we can do it again.
And don't do nothing ignorant about it either. Just keep it positive.
Just keep it positive by all means. And the second thing is this right here, and we all know this to be true. White supremacy does not like taking L's.
All right, yeah. That's why I said I don't think it's going to die down, and I just hope when it happen again, for certain, it's going to happen again. Yeah, we continue to come together like we did this time and keep it straight positive.
Keep that energy, man. Keep that energy. But again, like I said, white supremacy does not like taking L's, so you know they're regrouping.
Oh yeah,
they are regrouping right now as we speak.
But what can they do? Because y'all started that. We didn't do nothing.
And like I said,
y'all that white privilege kicked in, and that white privilege got kicked out.
That's exactly it. They got kicked out. That white privilege got your ass kicked. So and like I said,
well, who you said was that Richard Pryor? We're tired of being sick and tired.
Sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Beat down, that's all it was in the back, killed
Breonna Taylor, Philando Castile, and the list of Sandra Bland. And the list goes on and on. Ahmaud Arbery, and the list goes on and on and on. So black people were just sick and tired of, excuse me,
just getting beat down all
of
the
getting
time.
beat down all the time, and nothing is happening about it. So brothers got together and wrecked shop, and I love that, So shout out to that young brother that swam in the water.
Amen. See, and I saw them interviewing him, and they asked him, "What make you do that?" And he said, "It was instilled in me that when I see something wrong, that shouldn't be happening, try to do what I can to rectify the situation."
That's what my mother taught me too.
I love that.
My mother taught me the very same lesson.
I love that.
Yeah.
But I was a little confused. Was this man? Did he work there? Was that his coworker?
Yeah.
Wow.
No, wait, no, it wasn't.
That's all I was like. I knew he on a blue shirt. But I'm like, did he work there? Or what? I know he came from another boat. So was he just a passenger on that boat? Jumped in the water, swim over there, and commenced to whooping ass?
That's exactly what he did too.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. And I already know Mr. Reggie Ray gonna get out, man. Mm-hmm. He definitely gonna get out.
There shouldn't be no reason why he even staying there a day.
I agree.
They treat him just like they treat Trump. Mm-hmm. Take your fingerprints, take your picture. Okay, we'll see you later.
Yeah.
Don't even try to put him in no cell.
For real. Because he shouldn't be in jail anyway, like you said. That was just unnecessary. But
you think they'll try to sue the white people?
They should. They don't have a case. I mean, they got plenty of video. There's no
with
case.
him swinging that chair, though, that's kind of like an offense.
Well,
that's what people are saying. I don't think it was offense.
No, because my man was just helping somebody out.
You use a foot to kick me. You use a hand to hit me. I just use a chair.
I just use a chair.
What's the difference? It's a weapon. It's a weapon. Because most people can use their hands as a weapon.
Yeah. Hell, my whole body's a registered weapon. So go figure. Think about that.
What's that old saying when two people come and be like, you know what, you did me, we're gonna call it null and void, just go on.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's what they need to do, just call it null and void.
I agree.
Or just be 100, as y'all say, about the whole situation and say, you know what, we started this, we got our ass whooped, we just gonna go home. We just gonna go home, take this L.
In a perfect world,
put some alcohol and some what's it called?
Some Epsom salt.
Camphophenique.
And soak some Epsom salt.
And just call it a day.
You know what? In a perfect
rethink
world,
the next time we will go out on this boat.
In a perfect world, yeah, that's what should happen. But this world ain't perfect.
Exactly.
You know that. So
the get back is gonna be so.
Like I said, they're regrouping right now because white supremacy does not like taking L's.
But you started it though.
I agree.
Take it as it comes. You did this.
When white people tell you that you're wrong, you got white folks saying that you're wrong.
Wow. Yeah, they.
You got white people making songs saying your ass is wrong.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So when you got white folks saying that you're wrong, you might want to rethink a few things, bro.
Right. Yep.
People that look like you are saying that your ass is wrong. So it is what it is.
I saw this one man, they call him Jean Jacket Jake. Did y'all see that he was swinging that chair on that lady? And then a white woman come and said, well, did you see when she lifted her foot and kicked that man?
Uh-huh.
And I was like, well,
there you go.
What you gotta say now, Jean Jacket Jake?
There you go.
Yeah, you just saw him hitting that lady in the head with a chair. Did you see everything she did before that?
Exactly.
That constituted the hit of the chair?
Thank you. Exactly. Like you said, every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction.
Who is that wrestler? Was it a wrestler or somebody who used to just walk down just hitting people? Or was that man walking tall? Somebody used to just walk down just hitting people with the thing. That's how that man was doing. Anybody who came in with he with that chair. This man was trying to hide behind a pole. He was swinging that chair behind the pole to try to get the man.
He was surgical with that chair.
He sure was.
Man,
I was impressed that he never dropped it. The chair never broke.
He was surgical with that chair.
You could tell he was putting some strength behind them.
You ain't lying. He was putting the power.
Yeah, he wasn't no small looking dude.
Oh no. He was not a small man. But he was putting some power behind them swings. He was not playing.
Like he was trying to get out some frustration.
Oh man, he was waiting for that moment. He was waiting for that moment.
I mean, I hate to put it like that, but
no, it's the truth.
The proof is on the film.
I mean, it's the truth, man. It's the truth. My man was they was waiting for some shit to pop off. In my personal opinion, they was waiting for some shit to pop off, and when it did, that was it right there.
Oh yeah. They just brought it all back together. I was like, oh my God, what is going on?
So what's your take on this, baby?
And I just been say, from the first time I saw it to now that we're talking about it, my perception has not changed.
Good.
Like I said, the only thing I have my little binky toe on the cool line about is the picture with MLK.
Yeah.
But all the other memes I've seen, and all the other stories I've seen, and all the different ways I've seen all the different videos, my chest is still like, way to go, black people. For once, we came together. None of us lost our lives. And we did something that showed that we are, in the words of the great Frankie Beverly and Mays, we are one.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I agree. There's not much else I can say about this whole situation, man. I mean, we still have a hell of a show.
Absolutely.
Hold on. Let me do something real quick. Hold on. If anybody's out there listening, I'm going to go ahead. We have a new number now. The new number is 469-522-9103. If you feel like you want to comment on this show, by all means give us a call. The phone lines are now open, so we'll stay open. We'll stay on here for another 15 minutes or so.
Hey, you check the chat? No.
Let
Mike
me see.
was in there last night.
Mike was in there earlier?
He was in there last week.
Well, he was last week, yeah. You're right. Hold on. Let me see. Let me check the chat. Hold on. No. He's not in there this week. I would love to hear his take on it. Yeah, man.
I would love to hear. Shout out to Rod. Happy birthday, Rod.
Happy birthday to DJ Rod the Boss.
His birthday party last night, with his birthday dinner last night. Those young men that we were talking to, I would love to hear their take,
man, you know
on
what?
This situation.
You know what? Yeah, that would have been cool. That would have been cool.
And you know what
I really want to hear though? Because since he's in Alabama, Leslie. He's in Alabama. Yeah.
Is he still working at night?
Yeah, he's working nights now.
Wow.
That's the only thing about it though.
Wow.
Man.
He's right there with
He's in Alabama.
Jeez.
So yeah. I would love to hear his take on it. But man. But I wish, you know what? I'm just gonna be honest with you, babe. I would love to hear your pop's take on it if he was alive.
Oh Lord. Baby. Now you got me thinking. Well, this week is going to be a difficult week, because this is the anniversary of his homegoing.
Oh, okay.
It's bittersweet because it was August 17th,
right,
which is the day he passed away. And it's also my niece's birthday.
Right.
But oh my God, now you got me thinking. Cause my dad didn't play. My dad didn't play. Whenever he saw something stupid, he'll let you know that's about the dumbest shit I've ever seen. What the fuck, baby? He was off. And I do mean off.
Oh man.
Yeah, I would love. Oh my God.
Well, if he wasn't working tonight, I would definitely get my stepfather on him.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, he's another one. Good Lord.
Oh man. Yeah. But I can tell you right now, man.
Cause I seen some of the people, the little TikTokers, and they be putting the camera in their grandparents' face. So what you think about this Alabama brawl? Them white people got their ass whooping. That's what they needed. I mean, like, without hesitation, they all said pretty much the same thing verbatim. They needed their ass whooped. That's all that was.
And my grandmother would have said that very same thing. That's exactly what she would have said. Grandpa too.
Yeah.
Because grandpa.
Long time coming. Because they done been there and saw what it could have been. But back then they was too scared to even lift a hand, let alone a chair.
Like I said, grandpa was almost in that Tulsa thing. He was there. He got out before it got really bad.
Wow.
So he was there. So yeah, he saw some shit.
Well, like that old saying, we tired of being sick and tired.
That's it, man. That's
all
all
I'll tell y'all this, good people, don't try.
You can try if you want to.
You know it's gonna be, I think I can do better. Y'all, if you want to try what they say, try at your own accord.
Try if you want to. Or as they say, fuck around and find out. That's pretty much what you're gonna do. But yeah, man, this was just something that when I saw it, I said, we definitely gotta talk about that. Because there are some good things to come out of it. Like I said, that unity thing that we were talking about earlier. Yeah, I mean, we know we can do it. And like I said, we need to let that energy just spread out into other things. Granted, you got some people out there that don't want to be a part of it, and that's cool. Right. Do you? You want to be a coon? Go around here, coon on. Bye, holler at you.
That's right.
Herschel Walker.
I really haven't heard. Like, did you hear anything that Candace said or Jesse Lee? Did they say anything about the bra? I really have not heard nothing. None of them has said.
I haven't heard them say anything about it. I haven't heard them say anything about it. I did hear a few black people saying, and of course they were immigrant tethers. They were saying that black people should have just walked off the docks and should have gotten involved. Yeah, they were saying stuff like that. And that's what got me. I wish I would have pulled some of this stuff up. But anyway, yeah, they were saying that black people should not have gotten involved in that melee because that was just wrong.
Well, a black man was getting jumped?
Yeah.
They should just walked away.
Yeah. That's what they were saying.
So if that happened, then they don't want nobody to help protect them? If the shoe was on the other foot, you were getting your ass whooped by 4 or 5 different white people. They was kicking and punching and everything.
Shit, I want somebody to help me.
You just want people like, oh Lord, there go Candace laying on the floor. Let me keep going.
I want somebody to help me. Want somebody to help me. Shit, help me out. I mean, damn, I'm a martial artist. I can probably take about 3 or 4 of them, but that's my limit.
That's about it. Like I said, he was handling his own. And then that other boy came in, kind of like pushed him in the side, and he ended up falling.
Yeah, once they got him on the ground, that was it right there. That was it.
But them black people came right on time.
They came right on time, man.
On time.
They came from everywhere, man, from land, air, and sea.
Wow.
So that was a beautiful thing.
Like I said, my take on it is proud to be black. First of all, proud to be a woman. Yeah. Proud to be a black woman. And just proud of us as a whole, because even after this, there wasn't no looting, there wasn't no.
That was the thing that got me.
Yeah, exactly. Because I was kind of fearful of that. It was national news. If you haven't seen it, where have you been? But normally when things like this happen, there's an after effect that comes across as negativity. Right. But from this one, I had only negative thing I thought was negative, that they were trying to go around and arrest all the black people, and then in essence they reverse, and start arresting all the black people.
That's what they should have been doing in the first place, because they the ones initiated in the first place.
And then they put that warrant out for Reggie, and then he eventually came in and turned himself in. So I'm like, I would too. I was like, I ain't got nothing to hide. I would turn myself in.
I would damn sure. Man, I'm going to tell you right now, even if you were to go to jail or whatever, they wouldn't do anything to him. He would be protected in jail. Because I'm quite sure they saw it on TV.
Well, in the words of the late, great Richard Pryor, free at last. Free at last. We ain't going to take this shit no more, because we free at last. Y'all can rush up on us if you want to. Push us down on the ground. Put your knee in our back. We gonna do a what's his name? Hulk Hogan move and flip you back on your back and put our knee on your back.
Man, let me tell you something.
We ain't scared no more. I'm not saying we used to be scared, but you must admit some of us do have our anxiety where we just try to comply. Yeah, but sometimes complying ain't always good.
Let me say this real quick about this situation, man. I can honestly say that Reggie has been watching wrestling.
That's what they kept saying. They said he been looking at some WWEs and some WWFs.
Man,
because he knew just how to hold that chair.
How to hold that chair, and that chair didn't.
That chair was swinging and whooping around. Oh my God.
He knew how to give a chair shot. I can tell you that right now. He was walking
on, just here you go, take this. It's like he didn't discriminate.
He was
woman, child, duck, fish. He hit everything.
Everything that moved,
but it was all white movement.
Oh my God, man!
I was surprised too. I was like, all the people thought he did not hit not one black person.
No, he didn't. Not Dan. Not one. Shit. No, yeah, he did.
But yeah, that was. I don't know. It's like, I know they kept saying, like, some of the stories I said. Well, like one of the headlines I read that said the reason black folks are rejoicing over the Montgomery board So the Montgomery Brawl is more complicated than you think, and we're thinking like it's negative, but they said when black people are brutalized by white folks on camera, the results are usually very different.
Yeah, they really are.
Yeah.
They really are.
So I think that's why we're all like,
that's the main reason why.
Clap it up, clap it up.
That's the main reason why right there. That's the main reason why right there. Because me and you both know, and we've seen it several times over, that when it comes down to a black person doing anything detrimental to a white person, to harm them in any way, shape, or form, that black person is filled full of holes.
The result is tremendously bad.
Exactly.
Death.
That's inevitable. It's inevitable.
Yeah.
So yeah. I think that it could have gone bad. It could have gone bad.
Well, just like this one man I saw, because it is a open carry state.
Yeah.
And how the white people didn't have a gun on the boat.
They could have.
And they could have pulled their gun to start shooting all you black people.
Yep.
But
it could have gotten, like I said, it could have gotten really bad. It could have gotten really, really bad. I'm glad it didn't. But it is what it is,
man. But kudos to us as a culture. I mean, man, boy, woman, child, we all came together and just, like I said, it wasn't nothing malicious. It was just protection.
That's all it was.
It's just protection.
That's all it was. And like Malcolm X said, that's intelligence right there, because you're defending yourself.
That's right. Well, another story I want to read, on August 11th, 1973 was the birth of what?
Hip-hop. Yeah,
August 11, 1973, hip-hop was born at a house party in the Bronx. 50 years later, the genre has been reshaped in the image of cities and regions around the world. I am so in awe because it seems like now just about every commercial that comes on TV
it's a hip-hop
has
song.
Some kind of hip-hop song, music, undertone, backdrop, something. You be like, is that song Pepper? Is that LL Cool J? Yeah. So I must admit, I can admit when I'm a little leery. I'm not gonna say wrong. I'm gonna say a little leery. When I first heard hip-hop, I was like, that ain't gonna last long. With all that beatboxing, what they talking about? Roaches in the back with the guns in the back. What? And my mom used to love that song. Oh my gosh, she could quote it from word for word.
She liked the message.
Yeah, she loved the message. And I kept saying that ain't gonna last long. Then when Lil Wayne came out, I said, you can't even understand what he's saying. What is he saying? But I see now, 50 years later, it's still here. And if God say the same, I will be in the house next Thursday at the LL Cool J concert.
Oh yeah. Whatever. But here's the irony part of this whole situation. She's married to a hip hop producer.
And that a kick in the head? That is a kick in the head.
She's married to a hip hop DJ and producer. Think about that.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
50 years old. Well, did I one day ever think it?
Well,
let me ask you this, hip hop enthusiast.
Yep.
50 years ago, you was a mere almost 2 years old. Your birthday coming up.
Yep.
And then you got into it. Every song coming around on the radio, he can sing it word for word. Like the other day, he started rapping. I asked him, name the books of the Bible. You know that song word for word? Like that's what my grandma used to say when we be singing. She was talking about name the books of the Bible. We like, what? Do you think? Okay, let me rewrite that. Has it changed much over the years? Has it changed for a good or a bad?
I think it's changed for the worse. I mean, this is just my personal opinion. I mean, don't quote me on that. As a DJ and as a former MC and as a producer of music, which I do have an album I was going to get me to start producing called The Iceman Cometh. Check it out when it's released. I'll let you know when it's released when I get finished recording it. As a DJ and producer, I think it's gone from Eric B and Rakim, I Know You Got Soul, and Big Daddy Kane Ain't No Half Stepping to
LL Cool J Rock the Bells.
And LL Cool J Rock the Bells.
Now Mama said knock you out.
Pick one.
Going back to Cali, baby, don't give me started on L, honey.
Anyway, I mean, it has gone from the lyricism of Eric B and Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, KRS-One, and LL Cool J for that matter.
Absolutely.
And it's going from the lyricism of those guys to the bullshit of talking about taking Molly's and Percocets.
And let me ask you this, let me ask another way. I'm not going to put nobody on blame. I'm just going to say the longevity, like you said, Eric B, timeless, LL Cool J, unbelievable, still here going strong. Your Lauryn Hills, your Public Enemies. Do you think all the ones out here with the little name, little, would they really be timing like the LLs and the Public Enemies? Do you think 50 years from now you'll hear a little so and so song and be like, yeah?
In my personal opinion, I don't think so, because right now they're in it for the money. Okay,
one hit wonders.
Right, they're in it for the money to me, man. Because like I even take Biggie for instance. His song, that first album he came out with, Ready to Die, classic. The album after that, Life After Death, off the chain. Let's take another one, Tupac.
I was just gonna say, where would they be if they were still here?
I think that Tupac had albums, had music galore, and I think that Biggie, if he was still, if I put it like this, if Biggie and Pac were still alive, you wouldn't even know who Lil Wayne was.
You think so?
I know so.
Wow.
Because, like I said,
would you not know what he was, or do you think it'll be a comparison?
I don't think there'd be a comparison, because like Lil Wayne wouldn't be as big as he is right now. Okay? Because do you honestly think that Lil Wayne can hold a candle to Tupac?
I mean, probably not. No.
Exactly my point. So and I ain't gonna put him in a conversation with Biggie, because Biggie would eat his ass up. But the longevity of some of the older cats back in the day, let's just use them. Like LL Cool J got a new album out called The Force. I've heard it. It's pretty nice. I mean, it's typical LL. I mean, because he hasn't changed his style for anybody, even for the new cats. And on top of that, a lot of these old guys
eat y'all alive.
Thank you.
He is what you call a true lyricist.
Oh yeah, he's a lyricist, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. I mean, let's go back even further than that. One of my favorite MCs, Kool Moe Dee. Before Rakim, there was Kool Moe Dee. And Kool Moe Dee is just, come on, you don't want to mess with Kool Moe Dee. I don't care who you are. You want to battle Kool Moe, you're gonna be disappointed. But those guys will always be remembered because they made an impact. These Suki Hanas and the Sexy Reds talking about how brown a booty hole is. That's just a flash in the pan.
Well, now that you say that, they're trying to do like the ladies of hip hop, and then it was a big old controversy because I believe Nicki Minaj was left off the list.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay. Exactly. That's what I'm like, okay. I mean, she came out with the, even though I think she probably has by now, but I know for a long time, she never would give homage to Little Kim, because Little Kim was the one who come out the purple hair, the purple jumpsuit, half her titties hanging out with a pasty on the nipple, and then here come your little Nicki Minaj doing pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
So where did you get that idea from? Okay, just because yours pink.
Yeah.
Lil' Kim was the first one who did that.
Yeah, she did that
but
first.
If you really think about it, Grace Jones did that.
Yeah, Grace Jones did it for any of them.
You know what I'm saying?
And
so
Lil'
let's
Kim
just
got
keep the homage going down. You need to pay homage to Lil' Kim. All of them should. Your Sexy Reds, your Sakana, all of them. Because they all look like Lil' Kim.
They're
trying to act like Lil' Kim. Let's say that.
They can't rap like Lil' Kim.
They can't rap like Lil' Kim.
Hell no. Shit, because Lil' Kim can actually spit. But, but yeah, you're right. Lil' Kim and Foxy Brown. Don't forget about her.
Yeah, Foxy Brown, exactly.
So, yeah.
So, Nana.
Oh, yeah. Foxy Brown can spit. I give credit
I
credit too.
I like her.
But yeah, man. Those, You're
not gonna, they like I said, so can you compare a Queen Latifah or an MC Light to a Shakana or a Sexy Red?
Hell no.
Could they be in the same category?
No.
That's what they trying to do.
No. Hell, I even get some of the newer female MCs. You honestly think that let's take Remy Ma, who can spit her ass off. Or even Rhapsody.
Okay. So Remy Ma versus my girl Megan.
No, man, ain't no competition.
What?
Ain't no competition. No, Remy would destroy Meg Thee Stallion. I'm sorry. She would. Remy is too lyrical. Way too lyrical.
Well, I'm interested in how this list gonna go. Cause I'm like your Queen Latifah's. It's MC Light.
It's a lot of ill. It's a lot of ill female MCs out
Lauryn
there.
Hill.
We can go back further than that.
Some of these out now.
Well, we can go back. We can go back further than that. Let's go back to the first lady of hip hop, man, MC Sha Rock. From the Funky 4 plus one more. Roxanne Shante. The real Roxanne. Shit. There's a lot of them back then. You know, let's go back. Let's go to the West Coast, man. The Lady of Rage with the Afro puffs.
Oh yeah,
that's my girl right there. Yo Yo, what up, badass? JJ Fad.
Yeah, I wonder if I could interview them, what would they say about the state of hip hop for the ladies right now?
Oh man, they'd be embarrassed.
Yeah, you think so?
I know they would, man, because like,
well, they say sex sells. So.
I mean,
so how did they do it without all that though? I can't remember Lil' Kim. What's her name?
They actually had skills.
MC like coming out with a thong on with some fishnet stockings.
They had skills. They didn't have to do all that. They had skills. They didn't have to talk about how brown the booty hole was. They actually had lyrical skills because, come on, man. I mean, and we already knew. Come on, and to me, some of the first female hip hop sex symbols was Salt and Pepper.
Yeah. I mean, they pushed the envelope, but then again, they still had the baggy jeans and the big jackets and all that. I mean,
and they still rap like women.
They held their own.
They rap like women, right? Yeah. So, yeah.
And they didn't have to do all the fishnets and the bras and.
No, they didn't. They could actually rap. You know, so I mean, and that's the problem that I have with the state of hip hop. It is right now. It's more about it's not about skill anymore. It's about popularity. I got this many likes. I'm gonna put an album out and it's gonna sell, and they're absolutely right. It's gonna sell because you have that popularity now. Whereas back in the day, I'm speaking from experience. We had to battle to get some kind of notoriety. You know, when you beat this person, you know, then you go up against this next person right here and you battle that person.
Right.
Nowadays, you don't have to have any lyrical skill whatsoever. You just gotta have a catchy hook and some over the top beats. That's it.
Well, we'll see.
Oh yeah. Anyway.
But happy birthday, hip hop.
Yes, happy birthday. Oh, another birthday came up. My sister.
Oh, God, yes. I'm so sorry, Pumpkin. Yes, sweetheart.
Yeah, buddy.
Happy birthday to
you
today.
Yes, indeed. So there's a lot of birthdays, man. August is it's a birthday hotbed. But yeah, good show, babe.
Absolutely.
Good show. I kind of figured this was going to be a good show, being that we was talking about that Molly-Wop, that Montgomery Molly-Wop. Yeah.
Well,
and I think the main reason why,
of all places, Alabama.
Well, it's a racism hotbed back there. That's like the civil rights movement. That's where it started. Think about it. That's where it started.
But still, though, Alabama.
Yeah, that's where civil rights.
You don't think it'd be somewhere hard like
Detroit,
New York, or
LA, or South Central,
Compton, LA,
right?
Compton, California,
right.
Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, Bronx.
Yeah.
It was in Alabama.
Yeah.
Oh God. Well, we'll see. Like I said, I hope nothing negative come out of it. But it has been a second one. I think you showed me somebody in a restaurant.
In Detroit. Yeah, got their ass kicked with a chair. Dude called a black man the nigga, and well, that very same nigga kicked your ass with that chair.
When y'all start walking around these big old knots on y'all head like that episode of Martin when he got hit by Tommy Hearns.
Oh my God.
And he talking about, Gina, I don't want to fight no more. I don't want to fight no more. Y'all walk around with knots in your heads and gotta take medicine every day because your headache have your brain done been caved in. You gonna learn.
I agree with you on that.
Like I used to say, like I said too, and I think I admitted last show. I used to say, don't worry about nobody calling you a nigga. They say rub your back. No, it's time to start doing some repercussions and what he said in the movie Life. It's gonna be some consequences, repercussions.
Yep.
Because y'all getting out of hand with it.
That's my problem.
It's just not men, it's women too.
That's my problem.
And then what's going on with all the spitting here lately?
You know what? Let me tell you something. I am not the kind of person that you need to spit on. Because that's the most degrading thing to do to anyone.
Yes, it is.
To spit on them.
My grandson don't let nobody spit on you. And don't let nobody call you a crow. They say a crow eat anything.
Yeah.
It's the most nastiest foul bird on the world.
Yep.
It's a lazy bird.
Yep.
It'll wait for somebody else to do it. They come and just pick on the scraps.
Yep.
She'll never let nobody call you a buzzard.
Yep. That's
and
exactly
then
it.
spit on you. Ugh.
That's the worst thing you can do to anybody. That is so degrading.
So you know how you gotta get deep down to get what they call a Louis or a Lucky, whatever that thing is. Oh no.
Oh man. Oh yeah, that's a guaranteed ass whooping right there. Either that or death, one or two.
Now if you got some loose teeth in your mouth and you spit when you talk, you know, I might can overlook that. But if you reach down and I hear that sound, oh no.
Oh no! See, that's a beat down. That's a guaranteed beat down right there.
No,
that's a guaranteed beat down.
Go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and turn myself. Go ahead, and pull up and take me to jail.
Yeah, just take me to jail. Just have me a cell already set up, man. So you know.
I'll pick up anything I can. I'm trying to, like my grand say, lay they ass out.
Oh yeah, of course.
So you did not have to spit on me. You ain't that mad that you had to spit on me.
Even if you were that mad, man, don't spit on me. Do not spit on me. Yeah, find something else to do, man. Because like that right there was completely uncalled for. Completely uncalled for.
But like you said, I hate to say it, but you know, it's gonna be some people pushing the buttons. I just hope we as black people handle it maturely, for lack of better words. But yeah. Only time will tell.
Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. Well,
but you're sure, darling.
Thank you, baby.
You give out the new number now?
Okay, yeah, the new number is 469-522-9103.
Tell a friend.
Tell everybody.
Hit the subscribe button.
Tell your mama them, tell your grandma them. You know,
hit the notification button.
I just mean to say them, because you know how we are, we black folks. You know what them mean.
Yes, you do.
If you don't, then something wrong with you.
Tell y'all. That's my favorite.
Tell y'all.
I do. I love saying y'all. Tell y'all.
There you go.
You got a new number.
Well, as usual, y'all, I gotta go and grab my wife's butt for a little while.
Hey.
So, you know.
Right.
So, you know.
All right.
But anyway, I'm Real Jill.
I am Mimi the Lady.
And we out.
Bye.